during our presentation of these evidential arguments, often suggesting at least one antediluvian civilization lived before the last ice age and had actually accomplished a level of societal sophistication which allowed them to master, among many other things, the art and gargantuan responsibility of stonemasonry, often creating ancient stone structures so plumb they can even rival modern master masons of the day in their astonishing skill, accuracy, and thus by default high precision unquestionably achieved with highly advanced technologies now lost to the sands of time. But I digress, for there are many other avenues of investigative research supporting evidence of past highly advanced human activities. UPARTs, also known as out-of-place artifacts, is now, thanks to modern technology and social medias, a literal treasure trove of ancient artifacts that in one respect or another utterly support the channel's hypothesis. However, if ever academically acknowledged for what these relics truly are, it would topple their tower of cards, for all modern academia has achieved by doubling down and keeping a profitable yet so strongly disprovable chronology on life support, protected as a status quo, unwittingly creating a castle upon the proverbial sands of public opinion. Without the influential grip that institutes possess, and now that academia has doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on already pushed popular and thus profitable modern paradigm, yet due to individuals such as Mystery History and many others like him, whose collaborative work over many years has not only contradicted said tale of events countless times, but due to said argument becoming more and more compelling, with every find driving the nails deeper into the coffin of their theory, has, in return, forced academia and historians into a position of obvious, deliberate ignorance, denying a reality we simply wish to convey. We never intend to push a theory upon anyone. We attempt to explain the channel's opinion, and importantly why any particular subject or place is not only unexplainable, but I had to come to my own particular conclusions regarding said subject. Yet, worryingly, this next approach is not one pursued by academia, firstly to convey all the evidence found at a site, not just that which supports my theory, even that which cannot be explained, but also to never state my presumption built over many years of research as an undeniable fact. I set out to provide uncensored, unbiased, impartial truths, often Earth's advanced ancient megaliths, tool marks, stone cuts, artifacts, and many other areas one can investigate, often accompanied by an array of photographic evidence supporting our theory. And the more academics continue this denial of said evidence, they force themselves further and further down the proverbial plank of popularity. For if one bases one's premise upon a faulty foundation, then eventually it will collapse, becoming disproven beyond any reasonable doubt. And if it weren't for a greedy, power-hungry, controlling force still within academia, operating on our planet to this day, the long-attested timeline for man on Earth would have unraveled a long time ago, not only ending said flows of cash currently generated by said conspiracies and associated constructed theology, but additionally, and perhaps the defining motivation behind this mammoth task of not only funding academia and subsequently pushing said conspiracy, and the very costly operation it must be to preserve it, in addition to the tremendous efforts witnessed in regards to the timeline's protection. The Bering Strait, for example, not only lost a highly gifted, honest archaeologist her career, but due to it being crucial to mainstream theory, and due to its ability to disprove said theory, has been a location completely shut off from everyone, now guarded all year round with incredibly harsh penalties for trespassers. A move we find highly suspicious. Their loss of public trust, their authority over public opinion. The loyal flock of the illogical, however, due to these characters' positions and their ability to pump out books regurgitating this particular tale of historical origins, highly paid, so-called trusted academics, whose reputations rest upon this hoax, protect it at all costs. They must ignore that which doesn't fit, for due to their utter conviction in their own explanations, academics would ultimately experience irreparable damage to their particular institution's validity. Interestingly, an area that is rarely covered within this genre of historical study, which is somewhat surprising, is the curious and quietly studied evidences found upon a number of rare ancient remains that not only suggest that people were practicing surgery thousands of years ago, but also due to the surgical evidence left upon an Egyptian mummy is truly astonishing. Perhaps these practices were inspired by the death of King Tut, more popularly known as Tutankhamun, who died after complications derived from a broken leg. Yet such feats, this particular procedure, for example, should have been far out of the technological capabilities of the Egyptians. We are so often introduced to at school and any other educational institute found to control mass opinion. Although some impressive wooden prosthetics have been found over the decades, some even dated to the Egyptian dynasties, to have actually operated on and successfully pinned and repaired a knee joint is simply too far of an advanced surgical procedure for them to have known. Is it possible that the task was undertaken by a surgeon far more equipped than that of the currently academically claimed builders, who in reality, we feel, were mere lodgers? How did this ancient people accomplish such impressive medical procedures? Is it possible that we are looking at a member of a far older, once highly capable lost civilization? We find many areas of ancient antiquity can still tell us some incredibly intriguing things regarding their age, our past, and perhaps one day ultimately expose who we are and where we came from.